So yeah, back on Instagram, back on YouTube. Happy holidays. Happy thanks receiving. Happy thanks receiving. Hope you're receiving and believing. You don't have to always give. You need to learn to receive. You only can receive the compliments. You only can receive the next level. You only can receive this information if you get rid of your ego and you humble yourself and you believe that you're more than what you were in the past. I give a lot of my information to Zayden Ray, my baby boy, my young man, 19 years old. And so I don't want to come on the internet and give it to anybody else. This is VIP right here. I don't care to talk to anybody else. I don't care to share this with y'all. So this is a labor of love. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Are you catching what I'm throwing? Are you seeing what I'm showing? So that's why it takes me a while to gear up and say, okay, I'm gonna go back to Instagram because I only came on Instagram. You go look back at all my past videos to prove that Christ consciousness is better than the devil, better than evil, the righteous, the good. The pure in heart shall see God. The meek shall inherit the earth. The last, the first, that the people that were once first shall be last, and the people that were last shall be first. So I only prove that to show that everything I say on this internet, everything I say on this Instagram live, on this Instagram reel, on the YouTube, is going to happen, and you can't stop it. You're not in control. So just let your soul glow. Just let your soul glow. If you old enough, you know. All right, let's continue. The ego tends to equate having with being. I have, therefore I am. This book is so instrumental, it's so good. The ego tends to equate with having with being. I have, therefore I am. And the more I have, the more I am. Wrong. The ego lives through comparison. How you are seen by others turns into how you see yourself. If everyone lived in a mansion or everyone was wealthy, your mansion or your wealth would no longer serve to enhance your sense of self. You could then move to a simple cabin, give up your wealth, and regain an identity by seeing yourself and being seen as more spiritual than others. How you are seen by others become the mirror that tells you what you are like and who you are. The ego sense of self-worth is in most cases bound up with the worth you have in the eyes of others. That's big time. You need others to give you a sense of self. And if you live in a culture that to a large extent equates self-worth with how much and what you have, if you cannot look through this collective delusion, you will be condemned to chasing after things for the rest of your life in vain hope of finding your worth and completion of your sense of self. How do you let go of attachment to things? Question. How do you let go of attachment to things? Don't even try. It's impossible. Attachment to things drops away by itself when you no longer seek to find yourself in them. In the meantime, in between time, just be aware of your attachment to things. Sometimes you may not know what you're attached to something. Oh, that you're attached to something. Sometimes you may not know that you're attached to something, which is to say, identify it until you lose it or there's a threat of loss. If you then become upset, anxious, and so on, it means you're attached. If you are if you are aware that you are identified with a thing, the identification is no longer total. I am the awareness that is aware that there is attachment. That's the beginning of transformation of consciousness. Are you conscious? Are you Christ conscious? This is deep. This is science. This is math. This is spiritual math. This is soul math. Okay? Wanting is the next section. Wanting, colon, the need for more. Okay? Wanting the need for more. Here we go. Stay with me. The ego identifies with having, but its satisfaction in having is a relatively shallow and short lived one. Concealed within it remains a deep seated sense of dissatisfaction, of incompleteness, of not enough. I don't have enough yet, by which the ego really means I am not enough yet. How many of us suffer with this? How many of us suffer? I tell people as a when I train clients, I say, you're lifting, you're working out. You see, the reason why I'm so sexy, the reason why I'm so fit and healthy and look so young and happy is because I say that I'm enough. You're gonna always, your ego's gonna always want to get, always trying to achieve, always want to get more. So at some point, you're gonna have to just be satisfied with who you are and what you are, and just do that in the as a third party, as a so your soul is satisfied, your spirit is satisfied, but your body continues to try to get younger, continue to try to stay in shape, continue to try to eat better, live better, drink better, talk better, walk better. We all have that innate in us. But if your soul is never satisfied, then your ego was guiding you. Are you enough yet? Make a choice and say, I'm enough yet. Say it in the mirror. Do your affirmations, okay? As we have seen, having the concept of ownership is a fiction created by the ego to give itself solidity and permanency and make itself stand out, make itself special. Since you cannot find yourself through having, however, there is another more powerful drive underneath it that pertains to the structure of the ego, the need for more, in which we could also call it wanting. No ego can last for long without the need for more. Therefore, wanting keeps the ego alive much more than having. The ego wants to want more than it wants to have. And so the shallow satisfaction of having is always replaced by more wanting. This is the psychological need for more. That is to say, more things to identify with. This is the addictive need, not an authentic one. In some cases, the psychological need for more or the feeling of not enough that is so characteristic of the ego becomes transferred to the physical level and so turns into insatiable hunger. The sufferers of bulimia will often make themselves vomit so they can continue eating. Their mind is hungry, not their body. This eating disorder will become healed if the sufferers, instead of being identified with the mind, getting in touch with their body, so so feel the true needs of the body rather than the pseudo needs of the egoic mind. Some egos know what they want and pursue their aim with grim and ruthless determination. Genghis Khan, Stalin, Hitler, to give a few larger than life examples. The energy behind their wanting, however, creates an opposing energy of equal intensity that in the end leads to their downfall. In the meantime, in between time, they make themselves and many others unhappy. One of the larger than life examples create hell on earth. Most egos have conflicting wants. They want different things at different times and may not even know what they want, except that they don't want what is the present moment. You want this present moment right here, right now. You're in the right place right here, right now. Unease, restlessness, boredom, anxiety, dissatisfaction are a result of unfulfilled wanting. Wanting is structural, so no amount of content can provide lasting fulfillment as long as mental structure remain in place. That mental structure remain in place. Yes, yes. So just confess. Confess your sins. Say I've been wanting. Say I've been wrapped up in my ego. Confess and let it go. Repent. Change your mind. Become new. New earth. You're the earth. Here's the body's the earth. The heart in there's the sun. The sun's inside the earth. Your water. Your air. Breathe it. Your fire. Your passion. The wind is your thoughts. Earth, fire, water, air, spirit. Five elements. Four, three, two, one. Let's go. Wanting is structural. No amount of content can provide lasting fulfillment as long as that mental structure remains in place. Intense wanting that has no specific object can often be found in the still developing ego of teenagers. Come on, teenagers, you're the next generation. We got to fix you now. Some of whom are in permanent state of negativity and dissatisfaction. You know that the teenagers are all negative, they're dissatisfied, they just meet a teenager. You'll see. The physical needs for food, water, shelter, clothing, and basic comfort could be easily met for all humans on the planet were it not for the imbalance of resources created by the insane and rapacious need for more. Rapacious. And the greed of the ego to find collective expression in the economic structure of this world, which is a which such as the huge corporations which are egoic entities that compete with each other for more. Their only blind aim is profit. They pursue that aim with absolutely ruthlessness. Nature, animals, people, even their own employees are no more than digits on a balance sheet, lifeless objects to be used then discarded. The thought forms of me and mine, of more than, of I want, I need, I must have, and not enough, pertained not to content, but the structure of the ego. The content is interchangeable. As long as you don't recognize those thought forms within yourself, as long as they remain unconscious, you believe in what they say. You will be condemned by acting out those unconscious thoughts, condemned to seeking and not finding, because those thought forms operate. No possession, place, person, or condition will ever satisfy you. Only the Lord Christ Himself, only the Spirit of the Most High, only the Spirit of the Most High into your soul will satisfy you. Am I right or wrong? No content will satisfy you as long as the egoic structure remains in place. No matter what you have or get, you won't be happy. You see this in all the celebrities. You see this happening now. It's bad. It's bad. When it's up, it's up. When it's up, it's up. We see all the celebrities, everybody. You will always be looking for something else that promises great fulfillment. That promise to make you that the prom that promises that to make you incomplete sense of self complete and and feel that sense of lack you feel within. You will always be looking for something else that promises greater fulfillment, that promises to make you incomplete sense of self complete and feel that sense of lack within. We'll halt there. I pray that you will be healed, that you receive healing, that you let go of ego. If not for yourself, if you know you're going to hell, if you're we're already in hell, but if you know you're going to the lake of fire, if you know your soul is gone, you're eternally damned forever, then do it for your children. Do it for the next generation. Okay? I mean, it is what it is. We don't, I mean, the righteous are winning, okay? We're winning right now. We're winning. I'm winning. I hope you want to win. I hope you love yourself. I hope you humble yourself to the spirit world, because everybody says now that they're spiritual and not religious, but you're really egoic. You're identifying with these things that you can see, taste, feel, want, and it doesn't matter. We're in a different time, in a different place, in a different space. Okay? I love you, and love yourself. Pray for you. Mental, physical, spiritual health. May the blind be able to see. May the lame be able to walk. May the deaf be able to hear. The dumb be able to speak. The dead come to life through Christ. The Don Dodda with a whole lot of